code word is SLIDE. It's an acronym for Susan, Leslie, Imani, Deidre, and Elaine.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Critics Collective. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this review of S.L.I.D.E, which is available on Tubi. It was released late 2024. All right, I'm Legacy Lingo, and I have the Dad Panther here, and this is another review that I am actually looking forward to giving you guys. But before we do so, I just want to let you guys know, if you're new here, please help this channel grow. Hit that subscribe button, hit the alerts button, hit the thumbs up button on this video, join the collective community. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, and in the last 30 days, we've jumped significantly, and we're more than halfway there. All right. Now, I can't give you guys the IMDb synopsis because somebody decided to basically write the entire movie, and the synopsis is too long. So I'm going to give you the synopsis off of Tubi's channel. The synopsis reads, 5 best friends from college share a secret house to entertain their affairs until a crime is committed and their words come undone. Their worlds, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. So that's actually pretty spot on. I was a lot better than the IMDb version that I got. It was like 2.5 paragraphs. I was like, oh my goodness. My initial impression, I already kind of gave you guys. I saw the trailer, it popped up, it was quality production. I was like, hey, what's going on here? You know, it was promoted as a Tubi film. It actually showed up on my YouTube suggestions. And then I thought that the title itself was pretty slick. And the way the trailer introduced it, I was like, oh, I see somebody thinking here with this writing. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and check this one out. Check this one out. How about you, Dad Panther? What was your initial impression?
I'm thinking every time you say quality, I keep saying the ladies. Because if that's the case, my first impression was I didn't see anything of this. You got Jaquez sitting there on the cover, you know, and but no disrespect to him, move him out the way. We had the ladies in the background, and it says SL.I.D.E. I didn't know what I was in for, but the ladies on the cover. So, you know, if had it been a DVD or VHS, I would have slid it into whatever player I needed to watch this. So that's all I had.
That's all you had. Okay. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I would like you to go ahead and give us your highs and lows regarding S.L.I.D.E.
Always starting at the bottom. The lows, movies. I mean, I think Maverick Production did this one, and every time I see that at the beginning of a movie, I'm like, all right, we're in good hands with Allstate, you know. And you're starting to see these movies give you great B-roll, but to me, sometimes it's a detriment because it's like you get these fancy, almost like a Marvel, you know, look as the movie starts and even as it ends, and it kind of sets that expectation so high. And I just felt like because of how it ended, excuse me, and how it kind of played out, it got me hyped. But the acting where it wasn't the girls together just felt off. Like they're without spoiling anything, they're having a conversation in the interrogation room, and I think at one point the officer says, "You want to take this outside?" I'm like, the fucking lawsuit. Please, let's take this outside. Please, just this. Like one person was like, "Am I under arrest?" And it's like, okay, so let her know she's being detained. Or the classic, no, you can go. But if I'm not under arrest, I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry. We've all seen enough court things. And I've mentioned this before in previous stuff, like go check out a review for Sugar Mama. Like if there could just be somebody in the room to say, is this real? Are there fingerprints? Is there, how long has the body been sitting here? Like, they're just realistic questions. And I felt like that took it away from me. Now, the stuff that I will say that was great, these ladies were gorgeous. Not only were these ladies gorgeous, like gorgeous isn't enough to say, but the acting from them when they were together, the difference, when they were together, it felt like its own movie. It really did. Each one had their own personality. And when they were talking, they sounded like girls sitting there talking about work, talking about sex, talking about whatever they're doing. And it elevated the movie in parts where the chemistry wasn't there and the gaps in the dialogue just wasn't hidden. And I thought that was cool. The other thing that I thought was cool was just the fact that there is some twist in here. Like what you think you know, you don't know. Now, if I can go with another low or something of it, it probably would be the fact that the Playhouse or the idea of intimacy or sex isn't the forefront of this, though it seems like it should be. It really isn't, and it misses on those marks. So yeah, that's my highs and lows on S.L.I.D.E.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I'm gonna go from high to low. Um, Number one, yes, the women in this movie, beautiful, great casting, their energy together, great. The concept of this movie, it's not anything that hasn't been done before. Um, but I really liked it. I like what was happening here. I like the perspective that we got it from. I like the little shakeup we got in the beginning. Like I said, the quality of the production, as far as the way it was shot, there it looked good. It looked clean, and the audio was super tight, super tight.
It was a $350,000 bonus for this one, and you could see it in the production of it.
$350,000 budget.
That's what it says on IMDb. Yeah.
Oh well, then now I'm upset. All right. 350,000. Okay. A high for me before I knew about the budget was that the maximizing the very to limited space. They didn't have many locations and they milked it. The story stayed in that kitchen and that bedroom mostly. And then there was a couple of flashbacks here. They did maybe one public scene, but it was just rotating it through the kitchen, that bedroom, those conversations, then a dinner table, kitchen, bedroom, conversations, and a flashback, but they maximized the little space they had to give us a full-blown movie, which is hard for people to do that. So that impressed me. A lot of times you get these people that don't know how to stretch a story with just very few locations. And I felt like the flashbacks allowed them to, yeah, of course we kept getting the same scenes, but it was every flashback was adding to the story. So it was, yes, it was the same locations, but it was always adding to the story. So that was big for me. And then the way the story shifted towards the end was actually, I had my eyebrows go up. I was again pretty impressed. This is twice now. I was like, now getting into my lows, it was done sloppily. It didn't play out as clean as it could have. It was a lot of stuff that you could poke holes in or just be like, well, I see what you're trying to do, but it's not done clean. Definitely a situation with how certain people ended up being in the situation they were being. I don't think it would have played out that way. There wasn't enough there to support that. I'm trying not to spoil. Okay. Also, the the quality of the production, which is I'm going to piggyback off you, Dad Panther, versus the intro, the money that was put into that intro, and then all these exterior shots with the drones, everything you're getting, the film itself, as it continued, just kept losing that. It wasn't living up to it, especially with the scene you got right as the credits started. It's just, yeah. That one almost felt like somebody showed up with a totally different camera or a cell phone to pull that one off, sound effects and all. It was just, yeah. So it just started. It started off really strong and it started declining as far as the quality. There were a lot of moments where there was no score at all, and I get it. It's not always necessary, but in my opinion, when you have a lot of dead air because you're trying to convey emotions on the screen, or when you anything of that nature, or when there's just you're trying to pretend like there's a vibe or a little party going on, there should be some kind of music we can hear, even if it's low, to kind of set the vibe. In my opinion, music is a character itself, so it's kind of helping everybody get in the mindset of whatever's happening. And they only played music during the sex scenes, and then they started doing it more towards the end when it really started unfolding. But that energy should have been throughout the whole movie. And then there was a big miss when you got a movie called S.L.I.D.E. You got these beautiful women, and then that is literally the focus. Should have been the focus. This was a missed opportunity to have a very nice, salacious film that people will be telling people, "Oh, you need to go watch it." You know what I'm saying? Might be up there with Baby Girl. This was a missed opportunity to give them that. And I think I'm gonna leave it there because if I go any deeper, I'm gonna spoil. I'm gonna spoil.
I might spoil this motherfucker. I'm just saying.
I'm saying I get on my rest. You know how I get. All right, so let's go ahead and rate this thing with the Critics Collective style. We give accolades from 0 to 5. 5 accolades being excellent, a must-watch, highly recommended for all viewers. 4 accolades, good, worth watching, has notable flaws. 3 accolades, average, some enjoyable moments but lacks significant impact. 2 accolades, below average, some redeeming qualities, but generally disappointing. 1 accolade, poor quality, not recommended, or 0 accolades, horrible, absolute trash. All right. Dad Panther.
I'm man, what am I gonna say on this one? Damn it. Why don't you go first?
Okay. All right. So I am actually, despite the issues that I had, I'm still going to give this 3 accolades. I felt like it was an
Okay.
average movie. Okay. I felt like it had some enjoyable moments. And I think that the way the story twisted at the end made up for a lot of the things that was bringing it down for me, because this, in my opinion, took a very common used idea and gave it a nice little original spin at the end. Was it still very convoluted and kind of hard to fully grasp? Why did it go that way and did it need to? But hey, it ended up still being something that I was not expecting. So I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay, so I was gonna give it a 3 as well. I was thinking, was it the quality that was making me feel the 3, or was it, was it genuine? But it wasn't just the quality; it was the quality. But the way I would say what let me down on this one, why I couldn't put it a 4, was, without trying not to spoil anything, the playroom or the playhouse, however you call it, I was what I wanted, and they didn't have to be visual with it. I wasn't looking for 50 Shades or Baby Girl or other movies that we talk about. Like, there's a review coming out for Sex Weather where it's straight nudity in it. I wanted to see these women control their sexuality and say, hey, look, this is what I want. This is what we do. This is the girlfriend, like the Babysitter Girls Club that you read in high school. This is a whole nother club. That's what I was trying to get out of this. This is what I thought they were going to take us. And so that one is why I'm at a 3.
I get you. It almost lowered for me when one person had a problem. I was like, anybody put a gun to your head? But anyway, there I go, about to spoil again. But I will leave it alone. All right. So if you guys, I push everybody, please go watch this. This is available on Tubi. Once you watch it, please come back in the comments and let us know how you feel about it, how many accolades you give it, whose side are you on? You know what I'm saying? Let us know everything. Did you want it to be more, or did it give you just enough? We're ready for that conversation. And if you are new to us, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, hit the alert button, join the collective community, and help this page grow. Like I said before, we are on the road to 500, and we're more than halfway there. And we want to keep making this content for you guys. All right. So this was S.L.I.D.E, available on Tubi. It came out late 2024, early 2025. It's a hot release. I want you guys to hit us up. Let's talk about it. I'm Legacy Lingo, and this is the Dad Panther, and we will see you on the next one.